Hood rich. What's good, Hood Rich fam? Hood Rich Credit tapping in. Look, y'all, let's get straight into it. So today's video idea is coming from the Real Estate Trapper. He recently changed his channel name to All Things Real. So y'all go show him some love. Tell him Hood Rich Credit sent y'all, and his channel will be under the description. But he basically explained in one of his videos that I personally resonate with, because I used to do this as a business when I was first coming up. I made my first 30K doing this business model, but he didn't explain this as a business model. I'm explaining it as a business model. He basically explained that you guys can go to your state's website, which I'm about to screen record just so y'all can understand and I can make it easier for you guys. So let me screen record this and move over to the side a little bit. This is a state of California. Okay, you basically search up state unclaimed property California, right? Or California unclaimed property. And the way this works is, let's say in the past you had something like an IRA, 401k, some shit like that, right? That you completely forgot about, or the state is basically holding some money that belongs to you, but you're not aware of it. So it goes to the unclaimed property. And like I said, you basically go here, put your name, address, city, property number, or whatever it is, right, that you have to put into them fields, and you find your unclaimed property, the money that you haven't claimed. Unclaimed property is just, you know, unclaimed money. You get what I'm saying? It's anything that belongs to you that the state is holding for you. So you basically put in your information and you find it. That's what the real estate, well, All Things Real explained, right? But what he didn't explain is this is a business model, okay? Like I said, I used to be in this business model. What I would do was I would basically, well, first of all, I was registered with the state of California. It's simple. You just got to register online, become they call it an investigator, okay? And you basically, you can download, I'm screen recording, so I'm gonna show y'all right now. You can download the records, okay? You can see everybody's all the properties that are in the state of California, right? So it's basically like a lead list that you get on your computer, and it shows them it shows the address, it shows what else it used to show, the amount, which is very important, right? It shows the amount, it shows what type of account it was. Like if it was an IRA account, it would say IRA account, right? And you basically would cold call that person. You would skip trace them, meaning that you would find their information on something like truepeoplesearch.com with just their name and it would say their address, and you would find their contact information and then cold call them. That's what I was doing as a business. Like I said, I made my first 30K off this business when I was first coming up in the game. But the reason why I stopped this business is because I was getting annoyed about the cold calls, okay? It was so much time like that I had to put into this business. It was time consuming, okay? That's the little part of it. There's like real estate wholesaling where you gotta keep being on that phone trying to get a deal. So you basically, you know, I'm not gonna click all properties because then it's a whole file that you gotta download. But it basically gives you a whole lead list, right? And you basically skip trace them, find their information, cold call them and tell them, hey, look, you have unclaimed money from years ago, this date or whatever it is. It's an old IRA account. And they're like, oh yeah, I did have an old IRA account, yada yada yada. And then you get a certain cut off, you know, what you claim for them. Like let's say it was, for example, 100K. You claim something like 10%, 30%. It depends on the state, because you could do this with other states as a business, but you know, each state has their requirements. With California, you would have to get registered. With some states, you might not have to get registered, okay? But I was doing this with a couple other states as well too. I was doing it with Georgia or some other states like that, but they would work a little differently. The reason why I like California specifically is because they would let you just download the list. With the other states, you would have to either pay for them or you would have to pay for a CD, some shit like that, right? And you would have that CD mailed to you. That way you can get access to the leads. But it was completely different. Like each state had their amount of percentage that you guys can obtain, if that makes sense. Like, for example, one state might say, okay, you can only claim up to 5%, some bullshit like that. So at that point, it's not worth it. When California, they'll allow me to go up to 10% or 30%. They might have changed it up. I haven't been in this business in 3 years, okay, y'all? So this is when I was first coming up. Hopefully I'm not confusing y'all, okay? And I forgot to explain is that there were certain accounts that would go up to $1 million, 500K, 700K, 2 mil, 3 mil, 5 mil. Imagine 10% off that amount if they agreed to that. Or let's say sometimes there were certain states that would allow you to go up to 30%. Imagine 30% off that amount. That's why this business was very like good. It's just the cold calling was, you know, something else. But basically you download the properties, you get access to the lead list, You get access to their contact information with truepeoplesearch.com, and you basically cold call them, say, look, you got unclaimed money from an old IRA account. Let's set up some contracts. You put up some contracts into place. Okay, you would have something like a notary go to them and then have them sign the documentation and everything, and then they would send it out to the state, and now you get access to that 10% or that 30%. This was a business, and nobody talks about this business, man. Nobody online. Like, you can't find this shit on YouTube. You can't find this shit nowhere. Like, it's very like low key. And I was running this business for a minute, but it would get annoying because I would have to keep cold calling on the phone. And then some clients thought it was a scam, like free money. Like, you feel what I'm saying? They're like very, like, it would be a lot of old people that I would cold call, okay? Mostly it was a bunch of IRA accounts and they wouldn't remember about it. So they would be like, this is a scam, and they would hang up, and I'll have to keep cold calling. I think I got an old video where me and my homeboy, we was broke, and the old Chrysler that I had parked in front of my Section 8 house in the parking lot, and we was cold calling the whole night. Hopefully I can find that video, but I'm gonna put it right there. But yeah, y'all, this is an untalked about business. That's all I wanted to say. But for the people that aren't aware of this, you can you know, claim your own shit, and yeah, you'll get the bread back that you weren't aware of. So hopefully I enjoyed this quick little video and I opened you guys' mind to a new possible business model. The only thing is though, like, nobody talks about this business. So like, and I haven't been in this business in 3 years, so I don't know if it's like, it's still like popping, like if there's like, if they close down on a lot of shit, like they put up a lot of restrictions. So I don't know, y'all, but I'm just giving y'all new ideas. You know, this was very low key and good business. It's just a cold call that would be stressful. So hopefully y'all enjoyed. Y'all have a good day. The Hood Rich Way, gone.